You're in your bed, everything is okay, and suddenly your heart start going very fast. You feel like something in your stomach, you feel agitated, you start sweating, you have an anxiety or a panic attack, and you don't know what to do with that. You've been trying everything, you've been trying psychology, therapy, and you don't know why you're so anxious, and there is not a real thought apparently, or sometimes there is a thought that creates this anxiety, but you just don't know how to get rid of it, and you have tried everything, but nothing is really working. I know exactly what you're experiencing because I've been there, and I've always thought of myself as someone that was simply anxious since I was very young, and there wasn't a solution. I've been trying meditation. My meditation at the time was very hard to just stay still and in silence. It was just impossible until I find non-duality, and I start seeing anxiety in a very different way. And instead of trying to get rid of anxiety, I start seeing something else, and it's exactly what I'm going to show you in this video. Anxiety, or what we define as anxiety, is just a sensation in the body. So a sensation arises, maybe a thought is there too, multiple thoughts are there, and we feel something that our brain identify as anxiety. And in the moment the brain identify that feeling as anxiety, there is also some other things that are gonna happen. It's like a window open in the imaginary place of your mind, and in this window called anxiety, there is all this kind of concept, dangerous, I can feel it. It's horrible. Why me, no others? I'm not enough. I'm not spiritual enough. And all these thoughts are thoughts on the top of the feeling. So what is happening is that a sensation is emerging, and it's just a pure sensation. It's no dangerous, it's no personal, it's just a sensation in the body. It's not you having the sensation, which is the main illusion and misunderstanding of our experience, that there is a me that has the feeling. It's just a feeling emerging in the space that we are. As consciousness, we experience just object in experience, and the feeling is an object in experience. So when we stop personalizing the feeling and identify to the feeling, there is a Claudia, there is experiencing anxiety, everything starts changing. Imagine that you don't have to do all this effort to stop anxiety, but the only thing that actually you can do is change the vision that you have about the feeling. The brain is so afraid to feel because it believes that something very bad is going to happen. But in reality, we are made to experience. We are made to feel all the feelings. And when we take away the name feelings, or the label that we put to each of one of the sensation, anxiety, sadness, anger, what it stays, what it is, what it really is the thing that it stays always there, is just a sensation in the body that can't hurt you. It can't, it is no dangerous, it's no personal. It's just something that emerge in the experience, in the same way your breath emerge, in the same way my voice is emerging right now, in the same way I can see a tree, or what it seems to be a tree anyway, we would call a tree, emerging in the experience that I am. So the only problem, the real cause of our sufferings when we have the so-called anxiety, is that we are resisting to it, and we are judging it, and we are personalizing it. So there is a narrative created by the brain on the top. Again, you are in the car, and what is happening is that you start having your heart that go very fast, you start sweating, you have something like tight in your stomach. That's just sensations, pure sensations. There are no personal, is no you having them, there's no you. This you, this character that you believe you are, it doesn't exist. It seems so real that we are a me in the world, but in reality we are the consciousness. So when we realize, okay, this is happening right now, and it can completely be felt, it's no bad, it's no wrong, it's no personal, it can't harm me, it can completely be there. What we are doing here is amplifying our capacity to feel without the resistance, without the resistance of the brain that want absolutely to not feel and make us believe that there is a me in danger. So again, what is really causing sufferance here is not the anxiety, is not the feeling, is not the sensation, is the narrative on the top of the sensation. There is a media shouldn't feel there. There is a something that is not supposed to happen. There's something else that was supposed to be there. All these ideas and thoughts on top of the experience are the cause of our suffering and are the only thing that is causing the anxiety to continue, to perpetuate, to stay. For me, it was a such a big realization and game changer when I start experiencing the feeling, taking away the anxiety name, just feeling the sensation with a lot of curiosity, and see how the narrative was there, how all my brain was creating all this narrative about me that was feeling anxiety and how this was wrong. And when I started seeing those feelings couldn't harm me and they weren't personal and there wasn't a me experiencing them, but they were happening in the spacious space and consciousness that I was, the anxiety slowly started going away. I remember once, and this was one amazing experience. I started doing oxygen therapy. And if you ever done oxygen therapy, you know that you have to enter in this kind of tube and you are closed inside this thing that you can't open, this tank. And they start releasing oxygen. One of my main fear, or one of my brain fear, is the idea of not having oxygen. So even if I was actually breathing oxygen, there was this fear of, if something happened, I'm closed inside here and I can't go out and I can't breathe. So my brain starts spiraling on the thing. And in the same time, the brain starts spiraling. I start feeling like my heart going very fast and this sense of anxiety. And thanks to this teaching, I could stay 1 hour each week inside the tank, taking the benefit of the oxygen because I was capable to stay there with those feelings, with those sensations, without making them personal, without believing my brain, without believing that something was wrong, and trusting that everything that was happening, it was exactly what it was supposed to happen, and it couldn't harm me. It couldn't harm the true nature that who I was. So my heart's going so fast, and I start breathing in it, staying with it, and the thoughts are coming, and I am remarking and seeing the thoughts and letting them be there, not trying to resist them to the experience, not trying to push away the experience, just being with the experience as the observant, or even more as the space in which the experience was happening, and not the character to which the experience was happening to. And so that was amazing to realize that I could completely feel those feelings and in the same time staying in the space of peace behind. So there was agitation, but there was also a certain kind of peace behind. They could stay with that. And when I start watching my watch, so this is the Whoop watch, which gives me insight about my stress level and my sleep, etc. After every session, I would check my Whoop, and what is incredible is that my Whoop detected that I was in a certain kind of nap. I was relaxed. How is it possible that my my watch was detecting that I was relaxed when in fact I was having this kind of physical reaction of as we call anxiety? Because this could happen, this could completely happen, and I wasn't identifying with the experience anymore. I wasn't making it personal, I wasn't resisting to it, so I was letting it happen as a separate um, form. I'm just the space in which they're happening. So since it's not personal, it's no danger, it's not me, this could completely be there and I'm always safe. And so my watch detected that I was actually kind of meditating. I was in fact breathing from my belly, breathing in the experience instead of resisting to experience, making it mean something and pushing it away. When we truly practice there, when we truly um, make this muscle of presence stronger and stronger, and see more and more our true nature and see the illusion of the brain, what is going to happen is freedom. So I hope you try when the sensation are going to come, starting seeing them as purely sensation, seeing the narrative of the brain, they want to personalize, identify, resist to it, and not noticing also the resistance, also the thought, and letting it be there, and coming back to the body, coming back to the sensation, being very curious. What is this? Not curious in an analytic way or intellectual way, curious like a kid. Oh, okay, there's something tight here. Oh, okay, this is doing like that, and see how all of that is no personal, and how you can absolutely feel it all because you're the infinite space in which all this can happen. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoy, if you like it, please put a like, comment. You find a way to work with me in order to explore more the true nature of who you really are here on the information below. Bye.